Thank you for watching Lord Duncan's Rock and World. Today we've got another special guest, Ms. Ashley Dick, counterpart to Mr. Viking Funeral. Let's go grab her right now. There we go. We are rolling. Welcome aboard, Ashley. Thank you for being my first female guest.
You're welcome.
Good deal.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, I had daisy chains on the other day. I had so much buffering. I don't know what the deal was. Well, he was using like a tablet, and he was over in New York. But I'm praying it's not my system that caused the problem, because I wasn't actually even able to load up the entire show. Had to just get scrapped, which is a shame. So if we get a bunch of buffering, we may have to pause it and do it in sections. I hope that isn't the case. So,
Okay.
So where are you from originally? What kind of heritage? Where are you from? Where you live? Well, I know where you live. What kind of heritage and where are you from? Wisconsin originally, or?
Yeah, I grew up about 20 minutes east of Wisconsin. Southeast, Poplar, Wisconsin. That's where I grew up.
Okay, very nice. I've been there a few times. You know, I think I went to Eau Claire once for a concert back in the 80s when I was going to school at Augsburg. I think it was the Gear Daddies, Trip Shakespeare, and Soul Asylum back in the day. But I'm aging myself quite a bit that way, either way. How about heritage? Probably got some Scandinavian, I'm sure.
Yep. Swedish, Irish, Norwegian, German, English, Polish.
There you go. That's the same as me. I had one member on the Mayflower, but he was a Murphy, so it was an Irish guy named Murphy on the Mayflower. Either way, let's see. I've got some extra questions, some different ones tonight, being that I've got a female on here. How did you meet your husband?
I met him at what they called Bar Olympics. We were doing a fundraiser for a mutual friend of ours that had a heart attack.
Okay.
And the daycare I worked at, he brought his children there, so we got a couple teams together and did the Bar Olympics, and Josh happened to be in the same group as me, and
okay, well, now I know his first name again.
At first.
Cool. Well, now I know his first name, unless he wants me to blurt that out so he can just be only known as Viking Funeral.
He don't care.
Alrighty. So how was your wedding? Any kind of special wedding?
It was actually a different wedding. We had it in 2020, so it was like mid-COVID.
Oh, yeah, I imagine. Kind of weird. People wearing masks and stuff.
Yes, the only thing that we required, well, it wasn't even us, it was the caterer. You wore a mask throughout the catering line. And then we wore them for a little bit during the dollar dance. But other than that, it was plenty of room for 6 feet.
That's cool.
And all that stuff. So
any kind of honeymoon?
It's smaller than we were planning.
Oh.
What was that?
Any kind of honeymoon?
No. We haven't taken a honeymoon yet.
Well, there you go, Viking Funeral. You got to get on it. I suppose at the time you didn't really want to travel anywhere in those days.
No. When we had our wedding, it was kind of like in between the mask, not mask era. So.
Well, still, I'm sure.
We kind of just put it off.
Well, my ex-wife and I put it off for about getting married for like 20 years, and then it never happened. And now she left me a couple years ago for one, never marrying her, two, never giving her any kids, and ruining her life. So either way, that's the way it goes. But it was a good 25 years either way. Let's see here. Were you growing up, were you more of a girly girl or more of a tomboy?
I was a tomboy. I grew up with 3 boy cousins and 1 girl cousin, and I was with the boys the whole time.
So doing that, I meant climbing trees, everything else probably, or torturing frogs. What kind of, did you play any sports in high school or anything?
No, I played volleyball a little bit in middle school. High school, I didn't really do much.
Right on. Like I was telling, I think I was telling Josh, I was in football till like ninth grade till I cracked my tailbone, and then I just took up being on the golf team, and then my last 3 years of high school, I was on the cross country team, which is pretty funny for a pudgy guy to be. In fact, some kids from the previous town I lived in saw me. They're like, "Duncan, you're here? How can a fat guy be freaking in cross country?" Well, I did come in last a few times, not technically last because there was always 3 or 4 people that would quit the race. I finished every race because of that. I lettered in cross country. Another reason why I went into it was because I heard if you finish every race, you get a letter in cross country. Now I want to get a letterman's jacket. So, I ended up actually losing weight from it, and I was in pretty good shape by the time I was a junior. So, what the hell? I actually got used to running 3 miles a day, of all things. So, all right. I guess I better put these on again here. Let's see. We're gonna go into movies for a second. Who would you got any handsome actors you think are handsome? Any movie stars, such as Ryan Gosling, Leo, Brad Pitt, or maybe Jason Momoa, or anybody like that?
Jason Momoa and probably Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, there you go. Two absolute studs. I'm sure Viking Fury and I both agree on Chris Hemsworth as well, just being that he is Thor and all. Valhalla! All right. Some of your favorite movies.
Oh goodness. I don't know. I like a lot of Disney's. I'm
Okay.
very much a Disney girl. The Marvels, Guardians of the Galaxy, those
Those,
kind of
I
videos.
love the Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought they were great. I guess
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that Bradley Cooper was the voice of the raccoon.
Oh,
I'd totally forgotten that, and I
yep.
guess I'd forgotten that I am Groot. Groot was Vin Diesel, right?
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, I love those as well. My other favorites would be True Romance and Shawshank, of course. All right, let's see here, and I'm going to go back to my original list. Any kind of favorite music or any special concerts you got to go to at one point?
I got to go to a couple different concerts. Back in high school, me and a couple friends, we went to Fall Out Boy. I
Okay.
went to see Clay Aiken with my family, a couple different country singers.
Huh.
The very first concert with Joshua was don't laugh at me.
Tool.
Uh no, it wasn't Tool. It was Demon Hunter.
Oh,
Tool was
very
our
nice.
second concert. So
There you
he took
go.
me to my first Tool concert though.
Very nice. You got initiated in.
I
Well, I
did.
was telling him that he's got to go see Iron Maiden next October because it's the greatest show on earth. So you get on his ass and tell him he's got to go. In fact, I told him I'm going to have a room at the Holiday Inn right across the street from XL Energy Center. So you guys are welcome to crash there for a while or whatever you need to do. Just going to be going by myself anyway. So you guys keep that in mind.
Definitely will.
Favorite food or junk food?
All food.
Okay.
That is my favorite.
So what you drinking there? What's that look like there?
It's a
Oh, a zero
Dr.
sugar.
Pepper
Oh,
cream
Dr.
soda,
Pepper.
zero sugar.
Okay. Yeah, I had those. Those aren't bad. The zero sugar ones.
No.
Same with the Coke, even though the original Coke is still a little bit better. Well, I guess the next Viking jersey. I guess it all depends on who they draft, right? If they get a quarterback or not.
Yep.
Steal mine.
I will. Well, you stole mine first.
Tell him I did a mock draft that I sent to One Barn Lupicus. Well, he's listening. And I got JJ McCarthy in the 11th pick, and I got Byron Murphy for the 23rd. So it ended up being a pretty kick-ass draft. They better show it tomorrow. How about golf or bowling?
Bowling.
Bowling? Very
Yep.
nice.
I used to be in a bowling league with my dad.
Oh, okay.
He did kind of like the bar league or whatever.
Sure, sure. Did you guys do
So
that
I
thing where you had to wipe the pins clean if your ball didn't come back right away?
no.
Oh, okay. I worked at a bowling alley in Denver, and some people they'd over oil their ball, and it would get stuck back there in the little curtain. It wouldn't catch right away. So they'd panic. My ball's getting wrecked. My ball's getting chipped and destroyed. Damn it! Or if they thought that, so I would actually take off some of the oil off their ball when it would come through to eliminate them hitting the reset. Because then I had to go up. I'd have to sit up top and reset the pins. Being like a little pin monkey. And reset them
Okay.
so that they could get the original frame back after they wiped it back. And then eventually I just unhooked the little button so they had no control from their end after the fourth or fifth try. That's enough for you, buddy. Let's see. How about your first car?
That was a 1993 Ford Festivia.
Nice. I think
Yep.
Josh had something similar, but I think his was a Tempo maybe. With a brown front. All right. How about first job or first shitty job you absolutely couldn't wait to quit or get fired from? It was absolutely horrible.
My first job was McDonald's, and I actually enjoyed it. I was 16, worked there
That
until
would
I
be
was 19, something like that, 18, 19.
well, dude. I mean,
It was a lot of fun.
you're working in a place with those freaking fries. I mean, if I'd ever worked at McDonald's, I would have ended up becoming a manager, and I'd probably be still working at it one, and I'd be 350 pounds because, dude, I know it ain't good for you, but I love the fries and the nuggets and the Big Macs and
The
the quarter pounders
nuggets.
with cheese. Good luck. I love it all, man.
Yep.
I live in Cross Lake,
Yep.
so I got to drive a half hour to Brainerd or Baxter to get McDonald's. So that keeps me a little bit healthier. All we have here is a DQ, which is not even open in the winter, and then a Subway, which closes at like 8 p.m. So either way. All right.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I do a lot of cooking. In case you've seen some of my other shows, I kind of know how to cook some stuff. Let's see here. Already did favorite movies. How about comedians? Do you like comedies?
I do. One of my favorites would probably be Jeff Dunham.
Okay.
I've seen him in concert, live, whatever you want to call it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Like a live show. I guess it'd be a concert,
Yep.
basically. Yeah. Yeah. He's the master ventriloquist, right?
Yep.
He's got
With
the old
Ahmed
man,
and Peanut and all them, and
Pepe, the pepper, the
yep.
Mexican pepper, and the
Yep.
old man. Nice.
Yep.
Dude, he's pretty damn funny. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got great skill at it, but you got to be funny to do it. He wouldn't be any good if he wasn't funny. So I dig him.
No.
Nice. I guess I'm an old Richard Pryor and George Carlin fan myself. Oh, and Red Fox. Make sure you look up Red Fox. There's a bit on YouTube for 5 minutes, and he even put out a record, and it's called "You Got to Wash Your Ass." So that'll be a good one. Actually, that's a good one for married couples. He'll explain why in the video. Right. Any pets or tattoos?
I have 9 tattoos, and I'm actually going to get another one tomorrow.
Very nice. You'll be tied with me. I have 10.
Yep. And then we had a pet, but we lost her about a month ago.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
it's okay.
Cat or dog?
She
Or
was 13. She had it was a dog. She was a Brittany Spaniel. Sweetest thing in the
oh,
world.
yeah. I lost my Pixie like about a year ago. More like a year ago, May, June. She was 15 years old. She couldn't use her hind legs anymore, so she couldn't even barely drag herself across the floor. That's no freaking way to live. So the vet said, you know what?
Hers
She's
was
got an infection in her uterus, and you got to just put her down. I'm like, okay. So I held her in my arms while they gave her that shot to knock her out. And she actually was, then she urinated all over my leg as she got all relaxed. She just let it all go. And that really made me cry because then I realized, wow, she really is, in a better place at this point. So I'll try not to talk about her anymore. All right. You got any tattoos in your arms you can show right now?
I do. You have these ones. This one is a sister tattoo.
Okay.
It's got the red heart, and then it's got the little lines that both of my sisters have similars that connect to it. And then this one is for cancer for a couple family members.
Sure.
There's my stepmom, my brother, and my grandpa. And then this one says, "No matter what, you keep me wild." And my best friend and matron of honor in our wedding has one similar, but hers says, "No matter where, you keep me safe."
Oh, that's cool. I like some people, they get that full sleeve and they do it in like a month. Just a bunch they want to have their whole arm all done, like the youth. I think every single tattoo needs to have a special meaning, if you ask me. At least that's the way I did it. It may look trashier being all separate tattoos, and I want to get it all filled in someday, like with a big dragon or something, whatever. But when I win the lottery, I guess. Nowadays, a lot of my tattoos, I got 4 of them damn near for free because the tattoo artist, she was the wife of a buddy of mine, the singer for my band at the time. So I got those for like $200 a pop for like 4 hours worth of work, like these here, these 2 I got, like 4 hours and like 3 hours, pay like 200 a piece. And then she did this one that took a while, which is like an iron cross with the rat fink guy. It's a tribute to Dee Dee Ramone because that's the guy he had in the cover of one of his albums. And then she did that little black cat too. She's actually famous for defacing a piece of art in the Denver Museum. If you remember that a few years back on MSNBC, they showed her peeing against the wall and scratching a thing. She was all tweaked out on bath salts. But so there you go. I got a celebrity criminal tattoo artist for some of them. But then all the rest are just other things here and there that all mean things, of course.
And that's mine too. They all have a certain special meaning.
Yep, exactly. Well, let's see here. I got a few more here. We're a little quicker than I planned. How about drink of choice? If you drink.
Wine. I love Moscato.
I don't know much about it. What kind is that? Is that a red one or?
It's mainly white. If you go with a red, then it's Ruscato, but it's more of a
Okay.
sweeter wine.
Okay. I guess I like a
It's not so
rosé.
dry.
A rosé because it's not too sweet, but it's still, or I guess it's closer to dry than sweet, or rosé, I think. Or it's not quite as sweet as it could be when it comes to some
Oh, and
wines.
I like the sweet.
I do, but then that's half the hangover. There is the sweet too, but well, either way, I'm gonna have to remember to get some champagne for Vikings draft day if they hopefully get a guy that we really really want for that first day. That will be a big deal. In fact, I'm going to work on my video tomorrow for that as well for the One Barn Lupagus video competition. So Viking Feeder will have some competition this year.
Good. He needs it.
There you go. How about summer plans? Any summer plans for the summer?
Not really, just work and doing my side business a little bit more to get ready for fall, but that's about it as of right now.
Okay, what's your side business? Oh, the shirts.
Yep, I do shirts, tumblers, car decals, whole bunch of
Oh,
different
cool,
things.
cool. We'll talk about that here when we're done. Because so I can have you guys do the Lord Duncan Rock and World T-shirts here at some point.
Yeah.
Um, I guess I'm all wrapped up for questions. Any questions for me? Daisy, come here.
Sorry, he was just standing in a weird spot.
Let me show you Daisy. Daisy, come here. Come here. Right here, right here. She's chewing on a twist tie. All right, come here. Here you go. Here's little Daisy.
Oh.
Get that out of your mouth, whatever you're eating. Get it out of there. Oh, God, it's a used Q-tip. She's got a little curly tail, too. It curls up.
Oh.
She's a rescue from Houston. All the way from Houston up here to the Northern Lakes. Who would just leave
My
her by
little
the
sister got a dog from there.
Yeah. Who would just leave her by the side of the road? What kind of people would do that?
Horrible people, that's who.
It just blows my mind.
Yeah, we've been looking at like adoption stuff for dogs too, and it's
It ended up
crazy.
being, it was a little more than I thought it was going to be. I figured, shit, I'm doing them a favor by taking a dog, right? Well, crap, by the time it was done, I think I paid
Yeah.
for it. We had to pay like $450. And I think that was kind of to ensure that I would go through them to get her fixed. Because then when it came time to get her fixed, they paid for the whole thing, which would have been, at least $350 anyway. So to get her spayed or whatever. So it was worth it in the long run. But
Yeah.
I figured, shit. I remember back in the day, you go down, if you're going to rescue a cat, it's like $15 or it's free. Take the cat, take all the cats you want. But well, either way, we were glad to get her, and she's pretty smart and pretty loving these days. So
I just want to clarify something real quick. I was not a creeper. I walked up to her at the bar during the Bar Olympics, and I bought her a beer. I gave her my phone number, and I asked if she was interested to call me. So that's what happened. I don't know why she didn't say that part. And
That's not what I was talking about.
second of all, the reason why we haven't gone on a honeymoon is because I would have to pay for the entire thing by myself, and she can't seem to save money. So just so we're clear on that.
all right, buddy. Well, I was just
Yeah.
gonna. Well, I figured the whole 2020 thing kind of was a good excuse anyway.
Well, it was an excuse. I'll give you that. What's it called? Yeah, and a trip to Hawaii is what you wanted to do, and that's gonna cost me like 15 grand. So yeah, we're gonna have to come up with some some type of split in that.
You know what? I think Cancun would be a lot cheaper.
We actually have my cousin lives down in Mexico right now, and she's got like a tourist business or whatever where they take you around and show you a whole bunch of places. I can't remember the actual name of Puerto Vallarta or something like that. So
Oh, yeah, that's nice too.
so maybe we'll do something like that. I don't know. But yeah, Hawaii's definitely out of the picture if if I'm paying for it by myself. Besides, I got bad knees and I can't sit on a plane for a long time without
I hear you.
without stretching them out. So we'd have to fly first class.
That'll be worth it, man. Shit, when I went to
I'll let you
Cancun,
continue.
I've been to Cancun twice. I went there with my high school group in high school, and my parents gave me like $300 for the week in traveler's checks. I came back with like 200. I only spent like $100 the whole week.
It's no good, man. You got to live it up while you're down there.
Well, I was with a bunch of our Spanish class, so all of our meals were covered, and we got to sneak out and drink like twice the whole week. So, oh well.
Well, at least you got to do a little something.
That's right. That's right.
All right, brother. I'll let you be.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a run for your money on the One Barn Lepicus draft video.
Good, dude. Like I hate that. I feel like I kind of feel like I'm getting people not to compete, and that's not what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to. I've only made 2 videos, and those are the ones for the One Bar Olympics show. I mean, it's just
Sure.
I don't know. So I hope you bring the heat, man. That's awesome.
It's gonna be, it should be quite humorous.
That sounds good, man. Later.
All right. Well, Ashley, I got one more question for you. Any kind of dream job you could have still at this point in life? Any kind of dream job where you're getting paid and it wouldn't even feel like work?
Honestly, if I could just stay home and do my side business, that would be perfect.
All
I
right.
love coming up with different designs for shirts and tumblers and all that, and
That's
that it
awesome.
to me it doesn't feel like work.
Sure, sure. Like you wake up, you can't wait to get to it. Exactly.
Yep.
Well, I hope that works out for you. And at some point you'll be making lots of shirts for me, hopefully, because people will be wanting them, like hotcakes or something. We'll see. Uh,
Yep.
any parting wisdom or any kind of phrase you'd like to end the episode with?
Don't be a dick.
Hey, that's a very fitting and very awesome phrase. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be a dick. Thank you for watching Lord Duncan's Rockin' World with Ashley Dick. Take care. You guys have a great night.